It's official, everybody. It is official. The Emotional Freedom Virtual Summit for Men and Those That Love Him is open for business. And when I say business, I mean completely for free, and you can register at the link in the comments below this video, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook. The link is going to be plastered around everywhere to give you easy access. And let me tell you, it has been quite the journey. A journey of work, exploration, and breaking through fear. And I could not be more proud of the content and the conversations that we're having at the summit, because ultimately, you know, it was recently International Men's Day, and we know the statistics around, first of all, mental health, and particularly associated with the pandemic. And we know the statistics when it comes to men's health, even more so, with men's suicide rates being at 75% in comparison to women. So we know that there are issues. And the conversation is starting to open up for sure, but there is still so much pain disconnect in men. And there's a societal pressure that we're not allowed to show weakness. We're not allowed to show fear, in that somehow, how can we be a leader, a provider, a guide, a coach, if we have flaws? So ultimately, the aim of this summit is to bridge that gap and provide new ways of thinking for men and those that love him, because let's be honest, men aren't always the best at coming forward themselves. Sometimes they need a little bit of nudge from those that love him. Is how to move from a state of pain to thriving. And I'm not talking about stuff like meditate every day and all of a sudden all of your life's woes will start to fizzle away. I'm a huge advocate of meditation, but that is not what this summit is aimed to do. I'm actually having some really intense conversations with doctors, psychotherapists. I've also brought in some coaches, some practitioners, some experts on various different topics around connection, relationships, depression, anxiety, addiction, spirituality. It's genuinely a fully fledged summit to give you new ways of thinking and belief that things can be better for either you, if you're watching this, or someone that you love. So I've written a list of things down in front of me that will kind of give you a breakdown of what you can expect from the summit. So number one, what are the scientifically backed methods for living life in a more positive emotional state? Those are questions that I had from years ago when I was constantly in a state of anger and constantly in a state of fear, and depression would rear its ugly head on a regular basis. Start the path to healing from addiction, depression, anxiety, anger, and much, much, much more. I've brought in a number of speakers, including a psychotherapist, to talk about how to recover from those circumstances. Create strong bonds and connections, eliminate loneliness, and find your tribe. The central reason that men commit suicide is because of self-reliance. That idea of becoming an island and cutting yourself off from other people is actually how it all happens. It was a huge problem for me, so we're going to be looking deep into how to build connections. How to create a foundation of internal resilience so you're ready to maximize the external. So much in our society, we try to get the car, the body, the financial, the status, the job, the career, whatever it might be, in order to fix what's inside. So we fix the external to try and fix the internal. This is going to shift that thinking so you can fix what's in here, so all of that external stuff just finds its way to you naturally and easily. Master masculine and feminine energies to become a fully rounded human. Right? This isn't about going up into the mountains, slaying elk with your bare hands and never feeling any emotions again. This is about understanding and how to embody both energies when you need them. So you can mix leadership with empathy as an example. Find strategies to become a better leader, husband, father, brother, and friend. So this is a particularly interesting one because this helps you step into a place of leadership and inspiration so that you can then pass on that feeling and that emotion to the people that are around you, instead of passing on your frustration and anger and stress. Develop empathy and compassion through hearing stories of individuals that are different to you. I've actually brought in a number of speakers from a whole host of different backgrounds, because by listening to their story, we develop a level of compassion and empathy for people that are different to us. So we're switching from fear through to connection. And it's really, really, really important. And the last one is learn to use vulnerability to own your story and inspire others. It's one of the most powerful things that I have ever done in my life, is start to communicate my journey. Because when you start to communicate your path, including your flaws and your fears and your pain and your joy, you start to own your story instead of being afraid of it or afraid of your failures. And from there comes emotional freedom, I promise you. So that's a general feeling that you're going to get from the summit. So if any of that resonates with you, like I said, there is an option to register completely for free and watch all 20 hours of content completely for free, or just a few hours. Just register. See what it's like. It might change your life.